Hello everyone. Today I'm going to talk about irregular bowel movement or constipation and some of the natural treatments for the same. Constipation produces toxins and is the cause of many diseases. It leads to weakening of vital organs. So, when repeatedly, day after day, the toxins are not taken out from the body, they don't leave the body, they keep depositing, and that leads to weakening of the vital organs because they are not able to function properly because of the morbid matter not being released from the body. Some of the causes of chronic constipation are faulty lifestyle, sluggish liver, lack of exercise and physical activity. So, we need to understand there is a difference between lack of exercise and lack of physical activity. So, physical activity is something that we do on regular basis. We are moving, which we ideally should be every 15-20 minutes. If we are sitting, we should at least take a little walk, get up, stretch, um, and lack of exercise. So, exercise should be done regularly, at least for 45 minutes every day. So, that would mean at least 30 minutes of rigorous exercise, and 15 minutes could be something like pranayam or yoga. Another cause is insufficient intake of hydrating food and water. I specifically want to mention a lot of people think that they are taking a lot of water, but still they are dehydrated, or their skin is dry, or their system is dry, or they are having constipation, though they are taking a lot of water. But we need to understand that if we don't take foods which are hydrating, we still might continue to have the same feeling as if we are dehydrated, or our skin will get dehydrated, or our system is dehydrated. Another cause is intake of refined food lacking vitamins and minerals. Refined food is usually something which dehydrates the body. It also comes with additives and some of the, you know, it is high in salt. It usually lacks in vitamins and minerals. So, if we take a lot of refined food, we definitely would have constipation. Another cause is excessive use of tea and coffee. It's okay to take tea or coffee once or twice a day, let's say about half a cup or a cup, but more than that is excessive. Also, please be mindful, don't take tea or coffee with your lunch or dinner or breakfast, preferably. It should be taken on its own. Next cause is excess overeating and irregular habits of eating. So, there should be a mindful eating wherein we keep, at least I would say, leave about one third of our stomach empty so that the food that we have consumed could be digested. Filling the stomach completely would not only lead to uh, prolonged time in digestion, it would also cause indigestion and um, acidity and constipation. It's also important to chew the food properly. In naturopathy, it is said that you should chew your food so well that it becomes water before you take it, in your body. And similarly, you should drink your water as if you are eating. So you should actually, when you drink water, you should keep in your mouth. So the objective is that you let the enzymes work on food and water before you take it, put it inside your body. Wrong food combination is another cause. We should not be combining acidic and alkaline foods together. So to say, like, you should not take milk with acidic food or citrus fruits. Similarly, foods which are very rich in iron, they shouldn't be taken with milk. There should be a gap of about 6 hours between each meal, clearly understanding that we should have meals, especially when we are hungry. Always leave one third of our stomach empty and never overeat. We should include a variety of tastes in the diet, such as bitter, sweet, pungent, astringent, along with sweet and sour. Some of the examples of pungent food are onions, garlic, and ginger, mustard. Example of astringent food is Indian gooseberry. So it's important that we actually add a lot of variety of taste in our regular eating pattern. We should use sea salt or Himalayan salt instead of table salt. Besides providing minerals, it hydrates, unlike table salt, which causes bloating and edema. It also provides enzymatic support to the pancreas to break down sugar. So that means that the food which we which is made using Himalayan salt is actually metabolized in a better way. We should add essential fatty acids like olive oil, flaxseed oil, which are rich in oxygen and blend with oxygen in water and facilitate the cells and organs to be hydrated. So, this is another thing which actually keeps the body and the organs systems hydrated. It should be, these kind of oils should not be heated or else they become harmful. In case we need to you know heat the oil, we should rather use pure ghee. During your detox or cleansing period, avoid white flour, cookies, cakes, bread, pastries, sweets, and cheese. They are all either very rich in salt and sugar, so it's completely refined. So sugar is also refined, refined salt is being used, so altogether they become difficult to get digested and they stick to the inner lining of the intestines. Avoid hard boiled eggs, excessive tea and coffee, heavy foods like black beans, red beans, chickpeas, black gram. Also avoid fried and heavy food. Chickpea flour is also something which takes a lot of time to get digested. So it's better to avoid it during your, at least I would say, at least 3 to 4 weeks. You could use lentils, pumpkin, peas, turnip, beetroots, carrot, radish, pear, grapes, figs, papaya, mango, grapefruit, gooseberries, guava, orange, raisins, apricots, dates, bale fruit or bale fruit powder, cucumber, and lemon freely in your meals. Um, it is advisable that you can take snacks, fruit snacks, at least twice in a day. Here is a natural therapy which is very effective in curing constipation. Dry friction to be given in circular motion in clockwise direction for about 10 minutes on the abdomen, and this should be followed by hot and cold compress for 20 minutes. There should be a gap of 2 hours between the compress and any major meal. So it is recommended that before you, so let's say you want to have your lunch at 2 p.m., then you should do this therapy at 11:30. This whole thing takes about 20 minutes, so this would leave ideal gap of 2 hours between your therapy. After you do the dry friction for the abdomen, use a cotton cloth dipped in normal room temperature water and put it on your abdomen. Cover it with a dry cloth, and on top of it, you would be giving the compresses, the alternate compresses. After you secure the dry cloth on the abdomen, take the hot compress and keep it on your abdomen. This should be done in the ratio of 3:1. So you would keep the hot compress for 3 minutes, followed by cold compress for about 1 minute. So you would be doing 5 sets of this, wherein you will keep the warm compress for about 3 minutes and then give the cold compress for 1 minute. So this hot and cold compress, when given alternatively, kind of relieves the toxins from all the vital organs in the abdominal area. They activate and energize the vital organs to function better. Also, all the morbid matter which is sticking to the intestines is pushed from the intestines. So after 3 minutes of hot compress, you would give cold compress for 1 minute. So you would give the compress, making sure that you are covering the upper abdominal part. So I would say up to your navel, you could give hot compress and cold compress. This actually also helps in reducing the acidity and indigestion. So when the circulation of the abdomen becomes better, the constipation is relieved. These are some preparations which you could do for the day, and they are quick to prepare. You could prepare carom and fennel seed water. So boil 1 teaspoon of carom seed and 1 teaspoon fennel seed in about 1 liter of water. Um, uh, Boil it till it is reduced to 750 ml, and then store this in a glass bottle. Another preparation is lemon water. So slice the lemon very thinly and put it in about 1 liter of hot water. Here you don't need to boil it, you just have to put it in hot water and use the glass container to store it. You could drink this water throughout the day whenever you are thirsty. Another preparation is digestive seeds. So you put 2 teaspoons of fennel seed and soak them in lemon juice. These are very good and highly digestible. They make the food that you have consumed digestible. So you should take it you could take it after your lunch or breakfast or dinner. Then another one is green dressing. Grind a bunch of coriander, a small bunch of mint leaves, 4 garlic cloves, 1 teaspoon dried pomegranate seeds, 2 tablespoons of olive oil, and Himalayan salt and black pepper as per your taste. So this green dressing has to be used at the time of lunch and dinner. Coming to the diet part, upon rising, squeeze lemon juice of about half lemon and mix that in 1 glass of warm water with 1 teaspoon of honey. After about half an hour, take 10 raisins soaked in a glass of water for about 24 hours. So you could make a cycle of this. You could prepare for a day in advance because it takes 24 hours. For breakfast, add a pear to the usual breakfast. In case you don't have pear, you could add orange or even grapes, and this is in addition to your regular breakfast, but just make sure that you eat lesser than what the quantity should be, lesser than what you take, so that pear doesn't become an addition to the amount that you are already consuming. After breakfast, drink a glass of warm carom and fennel water, and this should be with an ideal gap of an hour after your breakfast. During noon, you can have snacks of orange or you could take guava or any seasonal fruit that is available. And guava is especially good because it adds roughage, and grapes tone up the stomach and intestines. So you do not need to consume everything, it's optional. So you could take any one of them. So you have to make sure, again, you are not overeating. You have to take any one of these. In case you don't want to take a fruit, you could add lemon water. I mean, you can drink lemon water with a pinch of sea salt. For your lunch, you could take pumpkin cooked with 1 teaspoon kalonji in case you like pumpkin. This is just an example, or you could take green vegetables. So you have to take a small bowl of vegetables and 1 bowl of lentil soup. Make sure that you add 1 teaspoon of olive oil or pure ghee in your lentil soup. You could also, very important, that you add a bowl of salad to your lunch, which has green dressing. So you would add about 2 tablespoons of green dressing. So after your lunch, you should take 1 teaspoon of digestive seeds, and about an hour after that, have a glass of warm carom and fennel water. 2 hours after lunch, take a tablespoon of fenugreek powder with water. In the evening, you could take tea with 2 tablespoons of pumpkin seeds or air fried makhana. For dinner, you should have only vegetables, avoid lentils, with 2 tablespoons of green dressing. You could drink a glass of warm milk with dried fig, which is boiled for some time, and about an hour before going to bed. Along with the treatment, the diet part, it is very, very important that pranayama and yoga should be done regularly. Um, so, Anulom Vilom and Bhastrika Pranayam for about 10 minutes, followed by Vipreet Karni, Bhujangasan, Shalabhasan, Dhanurasan, and Halasan are very helpful in treating constipation, indigestion. Regular practice of these strengthens the abdominal muscles and pelvic muscles and stimulate peristaltic action of the bowels. Thank you for watching. Hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe so that you can receive the updates regularly.